Of the big 5 iconic national parks in southern Utah, Capitol Reef National Park is probably the most overlooked. For years, I just drove right by on my way to Zion, Bryce, or Canyonlands, but I've come to realize what a hidden gem this place really is. With its blazing red and orange canyons, sculpted sandstone monoliths, domes, and natural bridges that rival even Arches National Park. There are more than a dozen overlooks and hikes that make exploring fun for families and backcountry adventurers alike. To learn more about this spectacular area and to find the best camping options available out here, stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Seth. Here at Campendium, our goal is always to provide you with the best information available to help you plan your trip and find a great place to camp. The central corridor of Capitol Reef National Park is along Highway 24, and it's where you'll find the Visitors Center, which is a great place to start your adventure. There's so much to see and do, all within a few short miles of this corridor. And if you're motivated, you could really accomplish a lot in just a couple days. But if you have the time, I'd strongly recommend you try to enjoy a slower, less frantic pace, which is really the prevailing vibe in this magical area. Either way, you're definitely gonna wanna lace up the hiking boots and experience a few of the breathtaking trails nearby. Grand Wash Trail is an easy out and back. It's a narrow canyon walk for all skill levels with gorgeous sandstone walls and endless rock features and textures to marvel at. Chimney Rock is a moderate 3.3 mile loop with panoramic views of the Water Pocket Fold, bright red-orange rock faces, and of course, a view of the namesake Chimney Rock from above. Hickman Bridge Trail is a moderate 1.8 mile out and back with a stunning natural bridge that rivals the scenery in Arches National Park. And my final hiking recommendation is Cassidy Arch. It's a 3.1 mile out and back. It's a bit more strenuous with not much shade, so go in the early morning, and if you're more adventurous, bring a climbing rope and a harness for the optional rappel down through the archway. On nearly all these hikes, you'll be in the hot sun with little shade and a whole lot of UV exposure, so don't forget to bring a hat, sunglasses, and lots of water. As luck would have it, there's a variety of excellent camping options, all very close to the national park. Near the Visitors Center in the heart of Capitol Reef is the developed Fruita Campground. The old town site of Fruita is a Mormon settlement named for its green groves and fruit orchards tucked inside a shady canyon next to the Fremont River. Oregon RV Girls Review said, "Beautiful campground in the valley surrounded by fruit orchards. Big spaces with lots of room and easy to back into. The river runs next to the campground. It's a perfect spot to cool off on a hot day. The campground is within walking distance of a few trailheads, and a few deer were roaming through the campground. Clean campground and bathrooms, no hookups or showers. There is a $5 fee for the dump station. We will definitely stay here again." Zammy Adventures said, "We stayed a week and hiked a different trail every day, and we still didn't complete all the trails located in the Fruita area. The cinnamon rolls and pies at the Gifford House lived up to the hype, and we loved strolling down there in the mornings to join the mad rush for the fresh baked goodies." The most popular free camping option is Capitol Reef Overflow, where Jake's review said, "Dispersed camping at its best. We have a Class B camper van with low clearance, but this campground was great. Right off the road, smoother than normal access, lots of level sites, beautiful views, and minimal road noise. It's a short drive to Fruita Valley, and it had a terrific cell signal." Brittany reported, "Beautiful views. Our little one loved exploring the rocks. It was an easy setup for our bumper pull trailer. The campsites were overall clean, but there were used personal hygiene products and toilet paper behind many of the rocks from people tent camping and hiking." Guys, please don't let this be you. Please do not leave any garbage behind while visiting these wild places. It's been a huge year for domestic travel and camping, and it's taking a toll. Unfortunately, several dispersed camping areas are getting shut down or more heavily regulated due to misuse and discarded trash. So please make it a priority to be respectful of nature and other campers by packing out all of your trash, including toilet paper, and leave these beautiful places clean and pristine. On the east side of the park towards Caneville, there are even more free camping options. They're less crowded and more quiet, but you will have to sacrifice your cell signal. But hey, sometimes that is a good thing. There's Capitol Reef East, where Nick Mack reported perfect location, easy access, and quiet. We were hoping to get into Fruita Campground, but it was sold out, so we settled for this place, and it was perfect. We have a 26 Class C, and we accessed the upper part with ease. The road noise was almost non-existent because the traffic was so low. Libby and Ron's review said, "We came here after trying the BLM spots on the west side of Capitol Reef. Glad we came here. There was no one else but a camper van on the lower loop. The wind was much less than on the west side of the park. It was gorgeous, peaceful scenery, and we enjoyed it." There's Fremont River BLM camping, where Emma and Dowdow said easy access and high shade. We had the famous site with the big tree. It was amazing. It's true that the place is really beautiful and just a 20-minute drive from Capitol Reef Visitors Center. TG73 said awesome, private, and quiet. Just minutes from Capitol Reef Visitors Center. Use the western entrance to the area. It's much firmer and flatter than the east. We saw multiple sedans make it down there. Anna reported, "We stayed here just for one night, but it was perfect. There was a nice fire pit and our minivan did just fine getting there. Absolutely no cell service anywhere nearby. We were the only ones in all the sites, so we had the place to ourselves." And another great option is the Pleasant Creek Dispersed camping area, where Anderson Adventures said awesome free camping with views of Capitol Reef. Great place to stage overnight, nice roads, several well-spaced sites. The cliffs and river were yards away. Parseval 3 reported, "Beautiful and empty. I camped a little further down the road from the river on a beautiful rise overlooking the valley. Very solitary and lovely. Easy access to Burrow Wash and other hikes on that side of the reef. Fabulous sunrise and night sky." And finally, for breathtaking wilderness camping, I have to mention Cathedral Valley. It's about 36 miles from the visitor center, up in the northern tip of the national park, accessed by a remote sandy road. High clearance 4x4 vehicles are required, but the payoff is among the most peaceful and scenic camping available in southern Utah, with spectacular views of the temples of the sun and moon. There's a free primitive campground there with a pit toilet, but no fresh water available. If you're headed this way, know that this route can be treacherous when wet, and the deep sand makes it even difficult when dry. So check the current conditions at the visitor center and use extreme caution. The closest town to Capitol Reef National Park is Torrey, Utah, and you'll find at least 3 private campgrounds for those who desire hookups, Wi-Fi, and restaurant options. There's Wonderland RV Park, Sand Creek RV Park, and Thousand Lakes RV Park. And I recommend stocking up on food before you arrive because the nearest grocery store is like 17 miles west in Loa, Utah. Okay, so here's a little bonus tip for you guys, the Campendium YouTube squad. So back on the west side of the park, I found a Capitol Reef Overflow area that will accommodate 4 or 5 rigs comfortably. And this spot hasn't even been posted on the website yet, but it was just perfect for me and my wife because the main overflow was full and this option was just a half mile down the road. I hope that helps you out, but please remember, pack out what you pack in. When we arrived there, the previous camper left right there on the ground, and I'm not making this up, a paper plate with a full stack of pancakes, like a full stack, syrup and all. As always, for more information and to plan your trip in greater detail, navigate your browser to campendium.com or download the easy-to-use iOS app. There's far more information there than I could ever put in a single video. So thanks for watching, guys, and before you go, please like, subscribe, and until next time, stay safe and enjoy the ride.